Hey everybody, welcome to the garden. I hope you're having a great day. Shout out to the lemon and lime lovers and everybody in between. It's time for a crypto highlight video. And if you're interested in any of the services I provide, please check out the links in the description below for the Patreon and Discord. Okay, guys, and I should mention, if you are interested in me doing a highlight video for any asset of your choosing, make sure to become a member of any of those services I provide, whether it's a swing trading service, the day trading service, or the tutoring service. You want to become a member, you can get highlight videos made just for you. All right, so we're going to be looking at HNT, Helium, and the monthly chart is pretty interesting. I mean, it has a lot more data compared to a lot of other cryptos. But right now, after this massive run it's had last year, it's been retracing back down for the pretty much all of 2022, just like most crypto. And we're trading now at I would say, a pretty major level. The consolidation back in 2020, early 2021, before its massive bull run, right? So now we've come all the way back down. So this is pretty much like a 90%, nearly 100% retracement on the monthly time frame. So let's actually mark this consolidation. So first off, we'll mark the monthly consolidation right here at the all-time low. So let's make this a red trend line so we know it's off the monthly time frame. And let's mark the high of the consolidation. So not this high wick, this right here. So this is grabbing most of the candles data here. And this is definitely the level we want to watch out for. And we're clearly trading on that right now. And we actually wicked down to this level here back in August. So definitely a level of interest here. Now, that's all I'm seeing off of the monthly time frame that's relevant right now. Let's go down to the weekly, see what's going on there. And yeah, I mean, we're trading right on that. And wow, weekly's actually in a really interesting structure here. Actually, I really like this structure. So look, we're coming. We've been selling really hard, and now we're slowing down on the selling. And I like the price action structure that we're forming here, coming into this structure. Now let me show you why. I'm a big fan of descending wedges, and that's what I'm seeing here. So let's go from this. Let's go from this level here to this level here on the downside. So this low wick to this low wick. So this wick I'm gonna ignore, but not completely. What I mean by that is I believe that it's part of the wedge structure, but it tapped the monthly high of this monthly consolidation line here, right? So let's go over here to here. Okay, so this looks better. Yeah, this looks good. So we're gonna keep this trend line there, and then look at this. So from this high pivot right here to this high pivot right here. Look at that. Okay, yeah, we're in look at the squeeze we're in. You see how we're just getting tighter and tighter, and it's like triangle structures, descending wedge coming into this monthly support zone. So that's definitely a good sign. That's what you want to see. Heightens the probabilities of a breakout to the upside. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Anything else on the weekly? I guess we have this level right here. Take a look at this. So here's this wick back here. Look how it plays a role in the future. So we'll make this actually a weekly line. So it's black. See how it plays a role. Have this wick here, wick down to here on the weekly. Took all this time, came back down and started bouncing from there. Came back, actually held it after wicking down, came back above that level. Broke down, tested it. So this level here is also of relevance. So $7, we're going to keep that on the chart as well. Now let's go down to the daily. See if there's any other information here, shorter term. So the daily came up to that top side of that descending wedge structure, failed off of it, so far at least. And now we're trading on top of the monthly level. Look at this. See how clean this stuff. It's so cool when you see the trend lines kind of actually kind of work together, building out this picture for you. And look at this. So we have this short-term upside target if we were to break through this wedge now. Right here we have this bearish fair value gap right here. Let's make that red on the daily time frame. So this would be the short-term first target level I would look for. And then we have this next level up here. So this fair value gap right here that's grabbing, see, it's grabbing all the liquidity above this consolidation, this fair value gap. If we get price to come up to here, that means all liquidity that's above this consolidation gets tapped out. And same here, if you get to this fair value gap, all the liquidity that's been pulled above these high pivots, and this consolidation gets tapped out over here. So that's how these fair value gaps can be used. It's very, very, very cool. Very cool tool to use. And here's another one. So we have some upside targets for sure as we're coming up towards the $7 level. If we should break this wedge, this weekly wedge structure, and now let's actually see what the 1-to-1 would be on the weekly real quick. Let's see what the 1-to-1 of this wedge would be if we were to break it. So from the high to the low. Let me turn off the magnet real quick. Right there. Okay. Put the magnet back on. And now let's see if we were to break out, let's say next week. So right around here. So we would actually break above the $7 mark. Let's just see how it looks on the daily. Actually, let's get this a bit cleaner. So right there. Look at that. Gets us right towards this consolidation, pretty much the top side of the wedge. So this is very, very, very interesting. So I actually have a bullish bias on this. Okay, let's actually mark this consolidation out so we know where the 1-to-1 move is likely to get to. So we'll grab as much of the information as we can. So we'll go right here, right there. Let's actually connect it via this candle right there. Okay, and we'll make that red so we know it's off the daily time frame. So this is where the 1-to-1 move will approximately get you, which is about $8.50 to potentially maybe like $9, right? So this is very, very interesting. Actually, you know what, to make it a little bit cleaner so we can actually kind of highlight more that this is definitely the 1-to-1 zone, we'll highlight the whole consolidation right there, and then we'll make this into a zone right here. Make this into a nice zone that we can follow. Make this blue. Okay, so we now know this is the 1-to-1 zone. So if this is going to be a measured move from this descending wedge structure, so if we actually break up, this is where the full extension would be. Okay, and now if we were to break down, well, we have these levels below. So we have the whole structure we're in. We have the all-time low right here. And if that gets taken out, then you're going into pretty much air at that point, right? So you're going to new all-time lows. So I would be looking for a bullish break. Now, this doesn't mean that we're going to break out now, but the bias has to be to the upside as we're trading in this structure. Now, if we lose this structure, you want to get out of the way because, well, it can go. It's going to go beyond its all-time low. So if we lose the actual descending wedge structure, we're going to new lows, and who knows where that may be. But the bias has to be to the upside. But while you're in this structure, this wedge, it's a descending wedge, so price can come down further, even all the way back down towards the all-time low, and potentially even trade through it. As long as it holds the structure, though, it's okay. But we have come to the point, in my opinion, where we should be making a decision soon. Because usually with flags, wedges, you want to fill anywhere from 70 to maybe 80 to 85% of it, right? So you want to fill most of it, but you never want to really get towards the apex. Because once you start getting towards this zone, the probabilities of success become lower and lower. You actually sometimes end up just trading through it, and that's when they become completely invalidated. But once you get closer to the apex, the volatility gets even more violent in one direction or the other. Okay, so the harder you squeeze, potentially, the harder the breakout. So ideally, we should see a breakout fairly soon, and it makes sense as we're coming into this monthly support zone. So that's what I would be looking for, is a break to the upside, and then we have our targets. You have your measured move up here, and then you have your liquidity levels to look out for. So here's a fair value gap here, here, and here. And then once you get towards these fair value gaps, look for a break back down. Okay, but as you break down, be on the lookout for price to continue higher, because you're likely having a change of character in the short term to get you towards this measured move. And once you get all the way up to here, though, you could have a continuation to the downside. All right. So overall, I'm actually pretty bullish on Helium, but you have to be wary of it. Again, not financial advice, just my opinion on what I'm seeing. And always remember, it's all probabilities, right? So this structure, no matter how often it plays out, there are times where it doesn't. This could be one of those times. So never hop into something 100%. Always come in with the right amount of caution. You know your risk more than I will. If you choose to take a trade off of the data you see here, it's your decision. It's your decision. I'm just sharing with what I'm seeing. I'm not giving any advice. But if you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment and I'll try and get to them, or at least join the Discord. It's the easiest way to get in contact with me. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to give me a like, a subscribe, maybe a share or two. And if you want to learn how I trade, or you want to follow some of my trades, or you want to trade with me, check out those services I mentioned earlier in the video via the Patreon link. You can find that link in the description below. All right, everyone, that is it for this crypto highlight video. Remember, be patient, be vigilant, and be nimble. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.